Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we're going to talk about some news that might get overshadowed with everything going on with the talk of what happened last year. An announcement, an offhand comment, may not get the coverage that I think it should. So, we're going to talk about that. A woman named Stephanie Grisham is the former Trump press secretary. Now, she's not the one that you're probably familiar with because she never gave a press briefing. And for the most part, she hasn't been wrapped up in everything. You know, she did put out a book called, I want to say it's something like I'll Take Your Questions Now, which I find funny because she didn't take questions then. But in an interview, she kind of offhandedly said, hey, yeah, next week, myself and about a dozen other former Trump officials are meeting to find a way to stop Trump. A little bit of prodding, and they found out that some of the officials are senior to her, some are junior to her. So you have a group of former Trump officials who are trying to establish some form of formal, that word was there, opposition to Trump running again or to Trump getting his hands on the levers of power again. Formal is interesting because it could mean a lot of things. It could mean a political action committee. It could mean, going to prosecutors and telling them what they know. But from what I understand, Grisham has already openly cooperated with the January 6th committee. So I'm curious to find out what it is they're planning. Now, it may be nothing because she hasn't done a whole lot to move forward from her working for Trump, other than putting out a book, which, they're all doing that. There hasn't been a lot of active opposition up until now. She said things, but we haven't really seen her get involved. So this could just be a way to, promote her book, get people to say it like I did. Or she could be serious because there are definitely more than a dozen former Trump officials who would like to make sure he never gets his hands on the levers of power again. So this is something we need to watch for. In about a week, we have to find out what actually happened, what their plan is, how they're going to move forward. My guess is that it's going to be some formal political thing. But it's literally just a guess, and that's entirely based on the fact that she's a press secretary. It could be something more than that, but it's definitely something that we need to watch. It is worth noting that as time goes on, those who worked for the Trump administration are regretting that decision. It is also worth noting that, as suggested in a previous video, the January 6th committee has been interviewing what they describe as second and third tier, lower level staff. People who were present, who had information, who were asked to do minor things, who may have been in the room and overheard stuff. This was something I suspected, but it has now been confirmed. That is going to be far more damaging than I think the major figures realize. The people in the room, they know what happened. So this is one of those things, not really big news yet, but it's something that I can see turning into big news. So just something to be aware of. Anyway, it's just a thought. Have a good day.